Hello, dear viewers. Today we will talk about something that is extremely important for each of us: health. And not just health, but nutrition that helps maintain strength, muscles, a clear mind, and energy in everyday life, especially after 50, when the body begins to work a little differently. We have often been taught that eggs are the main source of protein, and it is true. In 100 grams of eggs, about 12 grams of high-quality protein. But did you know that there are products with even more protein? And they are also useful, and some are even more useful. In this video, I will show you 10 products that have more protein than eggs. This is especially important for people of retirement age to stay strong, have healthy muscles, not lose energy, and even improve immunity. So, take a pen, write down, or just watch carefully until the end. So let's start 10th place. Gouda cheese is not just a delicious delicacy, but a real source of protein. Only 100 grams of this cheese contains about 25 grams of protein, twice as much as in eggs. For people of advanced age, this is very important. Protein supports muscles, the immune system, and is also involved in tissue repair. However, there is a nuance. The cheese is quite fatty, and you should not eat it excessively, especially if you have problems with blood pressure or cholesterol levels. But a piece of 30 grams a day is completely safe and very useful. In addition, Gouda cheese is rich in calcium, which supports bone health, and this is something that becomes very relevant with age. How to use: you can add it to sandwiches, salads, or just eat it with a slice of bread. The main thing is to choose high-quality, natural cheese without additives. 9th place, pumpkin seeds. Few people know, but regular consumption of pumpkin is a real treasure for those who want to get a lot of protein without meat. Per 100 grams, as much as 30 grams of protein. This is more than in chicken, eggs, and fish. In addition, it is a vegetable protein, which is important for those who reduce the consumption of meat products. It also contains magnesium, zinc, iron, which is very useful for the heart, blood vessels, and immunity. And also, for men ready to maintain prostate health, and for women, hormonal balance. How to use: seeds can be added to salads, cereals, or just eat a spoonful a day as a snack. But remember, fried seeds lose some of the nutrients. Better quality cheese or slightly dried. 8th place, lentils. Lentils are a real protein among the champions of plant foods. They are rich not only in protein, but also in fiber, iron, and B vitamins. Especially important for older people, they have no cholesterol, are easily digested, and give a feeling of satiety for a long time. In boiled form, there is less protein, about 9 grams per 100 grams, but in a dry product, about 25 grams, which is much more than in eggs. How to use: you can cook soups, make porridge, and make purees from lentils. They can be red, green, or black. Choose according to your taste. 7th place, smoked cod or perch. Fish is always good, and smoked cod or perch is also very protein-rich. Per 100 grams of product, more than 26 grams of protein, and this is twice as much as in eggs. In addition, fish also contains valuable omega-3 fats, which improve the condition of the heart, blood vessels, and brain. Fish is also easily absorbed by the body, which is very important for people with increased metabolism. However, you should be careful with smoked products. Choose not too salty options, or better, baked fish. How to use: serve with vegetables, cereals, add to salads, or simply eat on sandwiches. 6th place, turkey fillet. Turkey fillet, dietary, light, protein meat, ideal for pensioners. Per 100 grams, almost 30 grams of protein, and fats a minimum. This meat does not burden digestion, does not burden the disease like pork or sausage. Turkey is rich in tryptophan, a substance that simultaneously relieves stress and improves sleep. And protein, as always, is the key to strong muscles. How to use it: the best way is to cook or bake it without fat. You can add it to soups, salads, or eat it as a separate dish. And now the question for you, my viewer. Have you heard of these 5 foods with a high protein content? And do you know exactly how much protein your body needs to consume every day to stay healthy and strong? Don't know? Want to know? Then write plus in the comments, and I will prepare a separate video where I will tell you everything. How much protein is needed, how to calculate it correctly, what happens when there is a deficiency, and what signs indicate that there is not enough protein. Fifth place, peanuts. Peanuts are not just nuts for tea. They are a real protein bar of nature. Per 100 grams, more than 25 grams of protein, as well as B vitamins, magnesium, and even antioxidants. For the elderly, this is a source of energy, but it is important to remember, peanuts are high in calories, so you should not eat too much. A handful a day is ideal. How to use? The best, unsalted, unfried. This will preserve the maximum benefit. Fourth place, beef, a classic. Lean beef is meat that is rich in protein, namely 26 to 28 grams per 100 grams, and a lot of iron and zinc, ideal for supporting muscles, blood formation, and overall energy. It is especially important for women of retirement age to avoid anemia, but you shouldn't overdo it. 2 to 3 times a week is enough. How to use? It's better to boil, stew, bake, avoid frying. Third place, salmon, baked or boiled. Salmon is not only about protein, but also about omega-3. It supports the heart, vision, blood vessels, brain function. With every 100 grams of fish, you get up to 25 grams of protein and a lot of benefits. Second place, Parmesan cheese. This is a protein bomb. It contains 36 to 38 grams of protein per 100 grams. One of the leaders among hard cheeses. Yes, it is fatty and expensive, but 15 to 20 grams per day is a luxurious addition to a salad or soup. Plus, it is rich in calcium, strengthens bones, teeth, improves nerve conduction, and also tastes like a real holiday. First place, chicken breast. And now we have reached the leader of our list, chicken breast. A simple, affordable, and extremely healthy product that has the highest concentration of protein among all the meat products that made it to our video. For every 100 grams of boiled breast, there are more than 30 grams of pure protein, which is almost 3 times more than in eggs. And this is not just a quantity. This is a high-quality, easily digestible animal protein that the body uses by 95 to 98%. With virtually no loss. Why is this important for older people? With age, the body loses muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia, and this means weakness, fatigue, decreased activity, back pain, balance problems, and even an increased risk of falls. Protein is what builds and preserves muscle, supports the immune system, and helps restore body cells after illness or stress. How to cook? Boil, stew, bake. And you can also freeze the finished breast in portions. So, friends, we have just gone through 10 products that are ahead of eggs in terms of protein content. Each of them has its own advantages, nuances, tastes, and features. But they are all real helpers for a healthy, active life at any age, especially after 60, when the body begins to lose muscle mass and metabolism slows down. Protein is what keeps the body in shape, the brain in shape, and the immune system in combat readiness. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Ahead are even more products, tips, and information for pensioners, older people, and everyone who takes care of themselves. Because knowledge is power, and health is priceless. Senior Tips was with you. See you soon, and good health to you.